Hello everyone. So welcome to the very first lesson ye-mathematics yaka grade 10. So njengoba ningicelile lapha egroupini ukuthi sithome nge-trigonometry, sizokuthoma lapho. Nengicabanga ukuthi indawo right yokuthi sithome khona ngoba i-trigonometry inama marks amaningi ku paper 2 yaka grade 10 and ifoma i-foundation to i-trigonometry yaka grade 11 yaka grade 12. So yeah, i-trigonometry i-topic ebalulekile ku-maths. Okay, so yeah, as an introduction singafunda ama-notes and then do examples and then later on senze ama-questions, right? So lapha mkwami ngiphethe ama-notes we via Africa, right? So ngizobe ngifunda kiwo, ngizame ukuchaza as I read through these notes. So kungenzeka ukuthi ungayizwisisi this thing from the start, mhlambe ngenzeka ukuthi ungayizwisisi nangithoma kuyichaza, but then as si-discussa ama-question and senza nama-example izokwenza i-sense, right? So yeah, ngaphandle kokuthi ngimoshe isikhathi asimane sithome. So I'll just read through. So here we will introduce you to trigonometry. Trigonometry is the field of mathematics in which we study the relationship between the sides and angles of triangles. So mawucabanga trigonometry cabanga ngama triangles in their sides and angles, right? So yeah, trigonometry studies a relationship yama side nama angle with triangle, right? Njengoba basho lana bathi the word trigonometry is derived from the Greek word trigonom, which means triangle, and metron, which means measurement. We are measuring the sides and angles of triangles. And the trigonometry in our applications in real life njengoba bakachaza nabo lana. Okay, so izinto esizobe sifocuse kizo thina in our study of trigonometry, it's right angled triangles, definitions or trigonometric ratios, special angles, solving trigonometric equations, nama trigonometric functions and graphs. So masikhuluma nge-right angled triangle sikhuluma nge-triangle ene 90 degrees as one of its angles, right? Okay, so trigonometry is the measurement of triangles, specifically right angled triangles. We can use the Cartesian plane in trigonometry. When we use the Cartesian plane in trigonometry, we call the positive x-axis the 0 degree line. This line is called the 0 degree line. And then if we rotate anti-clockwise by 360 from this 0 degree line, we have completed a full circle. So from this x-axis rotating 360 degree clockwise, we have completed a full circle. The line that forms the angle between any angle theta in this way is known as the terminal side, and angle theta is known as the inclination angle. So as you can see lapa, this line that we rotate is the terminal side, is labeled terminal side, and then that angle that is formed between this line and the x-axis is called the inclination angle theta. Okay, so in a right angle triangle, each side has a specific name, right? Njengoba sholana non right angle triangle, ama-side lawa, they have their specific name depending on which angle you are looking at. So the side that is opposite to in 90 degrees is called the hypotenuse, right? You would know this from a theorem of Pythagoras from grade 9 or grade 8, that the side that is opposite to the 90-degree angle is called the hypotenuse, and it is the longest side to right angled triangle. Now from a point of view of angle theta, the adjacent side is the side that is next to angle theta, and the opposite side is the side opposite to angle theta, right? So using these definitions, using these labels for a right angle triangle, nalama the way and the way in which we have labeled the sides, sizosebenzisa these names when defining trigonometric ratios, right? So trigonometric ratios sikhuluma ngabo sine, cos and tan. These three are the trigonometric ratios that we will look at, and then reciprocals wakhona. So ireciprocal yaga sine cosec, yaga cos sec, and yaga tan cot. Sizoyidiscuss ekuhambeni kwesikhathi. Sizowadiscuss ekuhambeni kwesikhathi ama-reciprocals, but then for now let us look at the defining trigonometric ratios. So but in trigonometry, the ratios between the sides are given certain names. In triangle ABC with angle BAC equals to alpha, we can define the ratios as follows. Sine alpha, the ratio sine alpha is equals to the opposite of the angle alpha divided by the hypotenuse. The ratio cos alpha is defined as the adjacent side of angle alpha divided by the hypotenuse. The ratio tan alpha is defined as the opposite of side alpha of angle alpha divided by the adjacent side, right? So okay, sine right angle triangle, right? I think we throw a lana. Sine right angle triangle ABC. Right, we have this triangle ABC. It's a right angle triangle. So the side that is opposite the 90-degree angle is called the hypotenuse. If Laplacian angle alpha, the side that is opposite alpha will be the opposite side. The side that is next to angle alpha will be the adjacent side. So if ratio yaga sine alpha is defined as the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse, the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse, in this case the opposite side is BC, so that is BC, the side BC divided by the hypotenuse AC. Side AC is the hypotenuse. And then ratio cos alpha is defined as the adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. In this case, the adjacent side is AB and the hypotenuse is AC. Tan alpha is defined as the opposite side divided by the adjacent side. The opposite side to angle alpha is BC. The adjacent side is AB, right? So these are the definition of the trigonometric ratios. So yeah, once you know these definitions, you can solve for an unknown angle in a triangle if you are given a side, right? Or you can solve for a side if you are given an angle. So indlela yokuthi uzwisise this concept nokuthi uzmastare, it's by doing examples. Okay, so singakayi kuma examples, let us awuthi ngizama ukuchazela the way ama-triangles bawapresenta ngakhona in question papers. So if you have this right angled triangle A, B, C, i-notation ebayisebenzisako ukuthi okay, for ama-capital letters bawasebenzisa ukuthi ba-represente i-angle. So if bathi A head, bachaza ukuthi we are looking at angle A. B head, we are looking at angle B, which is 90 degrees in this case. C head, siqale angle le lapha ku C. Enye indlela bangayisebenzisa ukuthi babhale angle A, bangathi angle B A C, right? Or bangavele bathi angle B A C without the head, angle B A C, njengoba benzile lana, angle B A C is equals to alpha, right? Enye indlela bangabhala ngayo angle B, bangathi angle A B C. Lo iletha leli eliphakathi lisichazela ukuthi angle C esikhuluma ngayo lana iku A, lana i-angle esikhuluma ngayo iku B, right? So angle le ku C, they can present it as A, angle A, C, B. Okay, enye indlela ebapresenta ngayo ama-side ukuthi okay, this side BC is opposite to angle A. So bangasebenzisa small letter A ukuthi ba-presente iside leli. And then this side AC, the hypotenuse, it's opposite to angle B. So lapha they can bangabhala B. This side AB, it's opposite to angle C. Lapha bangabhala small letter C. So into engishoko lana ukuthi ama-capital letters bawasebenzisa ukuthi bapresente ama-angles, small letters ukuthi bapresente ama-side. Okay, so yeah, there's still more lana kuma notes bakhuluma ngama reciprocal ratios, right? But then kwanje ngicabanga ukuthi sije siwayekelile ama-reciprocal ratios, sizobuya kiwo. I think into esingayenza from now ukuthi senze ama-examples ukuthi si-apply lokhu esesikufundile up to now, and then yeah, sizochubeka from reciprocals to special triangles. Okay, but then for now awuthi senze ama-examples based on what we have covered so far, based on ama-trigonometric ratios lawa I3. Okay, okay, so asenzeni nayi question. So ukusolva the question sizosebenzisa ama-trigonometric ratios lawa esiwadefinile so far. Okay, sino sine theta, maybe it's opposite over hypotenuse. Sino cos theta, which is adjacent over hypotenuse. Sino tan theta. Theta can be any angle, right? And then sino tan theta, which is opposite over adjacent, right? So must solve our equation A lapho. Equation ET, in each triangle find the length of the unknown side, give answers correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, so sine side and unknown side, sine right angle triangle. Okay, a hypotenuse in this case, it's this side and it's equals to 62 units, right? We are given an angle 37 degrees and then we are given a side. So we are but it's a calculated lele side lele, which is a units. So they want the actual value of a. So ukusolve these questions sizosebenzisa ama-trigonometric ratios lawa i3. We have to select one from these depending on what information is given here. So we have the hypotenuse, right? And then we have a 90 degrees and then we want this side. Notice that this side is opposite to this angle. That is opposite the angle lay 37 degrees. And then sine hypotenuse. So okay, because this side is opposite to angle this angle, and then we are given the hypotenuse, it means we can use a trigonometric ratio or sine theta maybe, right? So multi sine 37, this is equals to opposite over hypotenuse, right? The opposite side is a, los funugum solver, the hypotenuse is 62. So solving for a, lokhu kusitshela ukuthi multiply both sides by 62, so thola ukuthi a is equals to 62 sine 37 degrees, which is equals to, now punch this into your calculator, 62 sine 37 degrees is equals to 37.31 37.31 units, right? And then question B, but is sithole iside leli, which is equals to b unit. They want the actual value of b, right? So again we have a right angled triangle, and then lana hypotenuse is this side opposite to the right angle. We are not given the hypotenuse as yes, right? So because we are not given the hypotenuse, immediately I know what I cannot use cos and I cannot use sine because we are not given the hypotenuse. We are given this angle, which is 23 degrees. The opposite side is b units, the adjacent side is 21 units. So I have opposite over adjacent. So magnitude tan of 23 degrees, so to look at it, that is b over 21, right? So mina ngifuna ukusolve b. Now multiply both sides by 21, so to look at b is equals to 21 tan 23 degrees. Okay, and then this is equals to 21. Now punch out, calculate 21 times tan 23. This is equals to 8.91 units. Okay, so yeah, if ungazwisisi indlela engisolve ngayo this question, cela ungazise lapho ku WhatsApp ungitshele so that ngizama ukuyichaza kuhle. Okay, yeah, asizama ukutholva any question. Okay, nayi question esinayo. Again sizoyisolve using ama-trigonometric ratios lawa esiwadefinile: sine, cos and tan, right? Lana bathi determine determine the value of alpha in each of the following triangle. So again we have a right angled triangle, right? So we know what is slightly opposite, no 90 degrees the hypotenuse. Alana sine hypotenuse, and then solve for angle alpha. We have to information level yona. Okay, so the side that is opposite to angle alpha, it's 4 units, and the side that is adjacent to angle alpha is 9 units. Because the hypotenuse it's not given immediately, I cannot use sine and cosine to solve for alpha. Therefore A sizosebenzisa tan alpha to solve for this angle. So tan alpha is opposite over adjacent, right? So it's 4 over 9, right? But then thina sifuna u alpha, so sizothatha calculator yethu and type shift F9, shift, and then upress u-tan, uzothola ukuthi tan inverse it's 4, and then uthi 4 over 9 izokunikela u 4 over 9 izokunikela ukuthi angle alpha is equals to 23.96 degrees. 23.96 degrees. Okay, question B, we are given the hypotenuse, right? The hypotenuse is given, and then we are given a side opposite no angle alpha, so we will have opposite over hypotenuse. It means we can use sine alpha, which is opposite, which is 7.5, over the hypotenuse, which is 13. So solve for sine alpha, so it is sine inverse in your calculator, 7.5 divided by 13 is equals to 7.5 over 13 is 35.23 degrees. 35.23 degrees, right? Okay, so for le lesson ngicabanga ukuthi sijame la, ngikhona ukubona ukuthi niyazwisisa na before I can move on to look at other questions and examples, or before siya kuma special angles. So from this lesson ngiba ukuthi uyibukele and then ucomment ungitshela ukuthi uyazwisisa indlela engichaza ngayo, because sisathoma, like I believe nami ukuthi if feedback or ngithini umbono wakho ungangisiza ukuthi okay, going forward ngizama ukuthi ngi-improve indlela engichaza ngayo. If awazwisisi, I can try to improve. So from lapho ku WhatsApp ungitshele ukuthi uyazwisisa, if awuzwisisi ungitshele ukuthi kuphi la ungazwisisi khona, ngizama ukuthi kulesson elandelako ngichaze ngcono. Yeah, so for this lesson I think ngijame la as an introduction, right? So yeah, ungazise WhatsApp ukuthi what do you think, ungitshela ukuthi ucabangani, and then some ukuthi improve if there's something ongayizwisisi. Okay.